Hey, Virgo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your November 2024 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Virgo, I have a feeling this is going to be an intense reading. Not only do you have twin flames and mirroring at the bottom of the deck, you actually have the runner and the chaser showing up together with the wedding rings in reverse. So this could very much be a twin flame reading, even though I don't often talk about twin flames here on my channel because there's a big misconception around twin flames, and I feel like a lot of people call their toxic relationship a twin flame, but it's false. They're actually quite rare. Twin flame unions are actually quite rare, but it's about yin yang. It's about balance and union. It's the duality. It's the mirrored you, right? It's the other spark of you that is split off, and it is the other part of you that complements you. But we often go through that runner chaser dynamic, and sometimes we don't come together with a twin flame in our lifetime. This person could be married. This person could be, running from the union due to fear of intimacy. This could be intense emotions. This could be letting go, needing to let go of maybe inner child wounds or, abandonment issues. This could also be fleeting, fleeting the scene here, fight or flight. This can also bring about a lot of tumultuous emotions within oneself in order to come to the surface to be healed. And then we have the chaser. This is fear of abandonment. So we have someone chasing because they don't want to be abandoned, right? And they have codependent habits to work through. And then we have the runner saying, wait a second, this is getting too close for comfort. I need to get away from this. And then oftentimes when the chaser has learned some lessons, right, or has kind of slowed their pace down a bit, and they start focusing on some of those patterns that have eluded them for quite some time, then the runner looks over their shoulder and they say, wait a second, aren't you chasing me anymore? And this can all be going on an energetic spiritual level as well as a physical. But I do feel like commitment here is showing up. You have the wedding rings, but it's in reverse. So for some of you, someone could already be married. Commitment has been an issue in this relationship, but this certainly could, and we'll take a look and see your feelings, their feelings, and where it's going, but it certainly could lead to, union or marriage. This can be a soul connection. This is everlasting love. When you come into contact with your twin flame as a higher version of yourselves together, it is beautiful. It is quite profound. And sometimes there is that separation period. A lot of times you'll come into union with your twin flame after a karmic relationship. But this is about devotion. There should not be toxicity or abuse in a twin flame union. And this is something that, yes, it comes up within yourself. It's the unhealed versions of oneself that challenge you, that we run from. Oftentimes, yes, intimacy. Yes, it's abandonment, codependency issues, things that we tend to keep locked up in the corners of our soul, right? The shadow aspects. But the fact that we are knee deep in Scorpio season in the month of November means that some of you are really evaluating and taking a deeper look at what the energy of union looks like to you. What does this soul connection feel like to you? And if you haven't come into contact with a twin flame, some of you are preparing for this union. So we'll look at the other energy here as them coming in. How are they coming in? What are their attributes? What are some of the things that they're working on? How is this going to benefit, you know, the both of you. But if this is someone that you currently are in a connection with, right? Perhaps you're currently in a connection with a karmic at this time, right? And you may be contemplating things here, and you may be at a crossroads where you have a decision to make. Do I stay in a karmic, or do I open myself up to a twin flame? But I see here that inner wounds are being highlighted here for you, Virgo. There is a deep reflection period taking place, that has been taking place, and a sense of introspection. And I feel like, yeah, someone is very much mirroring each other. I mean, the runner chaser is a big old mirror, and roles could now be reversed. Let's dive in and take a look at your energy. What do we have for Virgo, please? What is the energy that Virgo is in when it comes to love? Ah, the Hierophant. There's the commitment. There's the possibly the wedding rings. This can be belief systems, our core values, our morals. Ooh, you are breaking out of something here. 8 of Swords with the Queen of Wands and the Hierophant upright. Some of you are letting go of an old story. If you are the runner, you're no longer running. If you are the chaser, you're no longer chasing. I feel like you are getting out of some sort of self-sabotaging behavior, and you're really committing to a new path that feels healthy, that feels magnetic, that feels aligned with your spiritual self. Some of you are really focusing on telling yourself a new story. 8 of Swords is about strength. It's about courage. It is about not questioning the potential and saying, I'm going to allow things to happen without running, without chasing, without needing to know if this is going to be long-term or forever. And I feel like that's part of you breaking out of some sort of cage. Now, some of you, you're freeing yourself. This is the card of liberation. Some of you have been going back and forth in your mind with this sword. The sword can be, the 8 especially, can be overcomplicating things. And I just feel here that you're saying, I'm not doing that anymore. If this has been too complicated, I need to take a step away and focus on my own abundance. And that's what some of you may be doing is, you know, maybe hitting the gym. This could be getting back into a spiritual routine or a healthy eating habits. This is about you focusing on things that bring, you know, you joy. The Queen of Wands could be an entrepreneur. She is artsy and witty and creative, and she protects her integrity, protects her values, and she's very charming. She's very good looking. She's very magnetic. She's a catch. And I feel here that you, male or female, you're being represented here as the Queen of Wands. Someone could have flaming, fiery red hair. Someone could have some very interesting tattoos. You may even have some strong Leo placements in your chart or fire in your chart, your top 3. But I am getting here for you, Virgo, that you're getting back to a place of feeling good about yourself, because some of you may have got lost. Maybe codependent dynamics were an issue with you, and you may have felt stuck in some sort of purgatory, and you had to really work on releasing yourself from this. I also see that there is a level of control or a level of insecurity that was holding you back from committing yourself to either a union or committing yourself to healthy healing, healthy partnerships. Now, I also see some of you, you may have grew up in an environment that was highly either religious, or you may have grown up with societal standards telling you that you had to be, you know, a certain way. You had to be in a traditional type of role, and maybe you are not that traditional person. Maybe this is same sex, right? This could be you not doing things by the book. Maybe you don't have children by choice, right? Maybe you didn't want to get married. Perhaps there's just something about breaking outside of the mold of what everyone else thinks, and I feel like this is you going your own path. But let's see if that path involves someone else. Now let's look at this other person on your mind, or if you have yet to meet them, let's look at their energy. What do we have here for Virgo? Some of you have Leo again in your chart, or you are on that Leo cusp. That reading had a lot to do with being orphaned, the abandonment parts that we struggle with. If you have Leo in your chart and that resonates, you may want to check out that reading. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands can sometimes be known as the player or someone who is inconsistent, right? They're here for a good time, not a long time, but they do have the sun showing up. Maybe they have a son, literally. They could have a child. Maybe you have a child with this person, and they have the devil. All right. So this person may enjoy fornicating. Okay. This person may enjoy doing the deed. Maybe they have multiple children. But I also see that this person holds a flame of energy. They hold a flame of light within. Now, I also see that the Knight of Wands is wanting to really be the King of Wands. And that would be the complement to the Queen, right? But sometimes these two struggle with committing because they're very free spirits, right? And I feel like the Knight of Wands is taking action towards a union because it brings them happiness. And the devil in reverse is freedom. The devil in reverse is, liberation from codependency, from bondage, from addictions. And maybe that's part of this runner-chaser dynamic with this individual where this person could have been the runner. Maybe they were inconsistent running in and out. But I feel like there is an enlightenment. There's some sort of spiritual enlightenment happening, coming into this person's energy with the sun. And again, more Leo energy here. So this person could be a Leo, or again, that is strong for some of you Virgos out there. But the sun is happiness. It's vitality. It's confidence. This person may be very confident. Sometimes it may even come across as egoic with this person, but I feel like they know what they want and they go for it. And I do feel like they want you. They want there to be healthy dynamics, but in the past I do see that things have been unhealthy. Some of you, there's something about sex, waiting for this relationship to develop, or maybe in the past this person has jumped into relationships too quickly and been too passionate or too intimate, but then it sizzled out. It's like a hot flame right away, but then it sizzled out because that room for friendship and growth and expansion wasn't there from the beginning. And I am getting an illumination happening here where this person, they're changing their dynamic here. I feel like they've learned a lot. They've grown a lot. But they also think very highly of you. They think you're very attractive. They think you're very good looking here. Perhaps at one point or another, if you are tethered or tied to this individual currently, there was a lot of hot times that you had with each other. But I just feel like there hasn't been, if this is someone you're still with, they may be focused on, I'm getting the child. The child is really showing up here. Maybe they're focused on healing their inner child. Yeah, that's what could be going on. They could be healing their little inner self. They could also be, again, a fire sign, but let's look at where this is going between the both of you, because this is beautiful. Now, anyone tells you, if anyone were to ever tell you, I don't have any toxic traits or I don't have a shadow, that's BS. Right? Because we all have the devil within us. The devil spelt backwards is lived. And that devil, it shows us how to live a little bit. It's pleasures, right? We all crave pleasure. And it doesn't have to just be intimate pleasure. It can be sweets, right? It can be shopping. It can be feel-good hormones. It can be, getting that rush by going to the gym. We want to feel pleasure, but when we overindulge so much to the point that it convolutes, it blocks, the the truth or the authenticity here, that's when it becomes bonded or tethered. That's when it becomes an addiction. That's when it becomes unhealthy. And the devil is actually very much related to the lovers. One is unconditional and one is conditional. And I feel like this person has struggled with conditional love because that's how they grew up. Now, it's no excuse, but I do see that this person is maturing. They are evolving. They want to love unconditionally. And maybe there is a reason for them to do so. Maybe a child. Okay, or healing that inner child. Where is this dynamic going between you and them? Where is this going? Okay. Well, we have an offer coming in. We have, okay, this looks good. This looks really good. Page of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Four of Pentacles. First of all here, someone has to get off their darn phone, okay? Or someone, there's been a struggle, maybe even with online influences that could have been addictive, okay, or toxic. Maybe someone is addicted to their phone. They may have been addicted to social media or unhealthy sexual sites, right? I just feel like someone has struggled with maybe intimacy. But I do feel with this Four of Pentacles, there's an opportunity to open up to affection because someone was withholding affection. And I feel like this individual doesn't want to be inconsistent with affection. They actually want to balance it up here. But this is where they've been. And that's what's really maybe annoyed you, or it's annoyed the dynamic here, because you see that she's just trying to talk. She's trying to talk, but she's shut off. She's shut off. She has her arms crossed. And the person sitting on the couch is all happy, right? All happy in that sun energy of, yay, I'm just kind of in my own world here and I'm looking at my phone and things are great. And this person's trying to talk or have a conversation, but this person's too focused on something else. And maybe that has caused complications. But I see moving from the Four of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. We don't see the Five here, which means we are addressing individually that Five of Pentacles, that abandonment, right? So there is something here about addressing that. And in order to have an equal dynamic between two individuals, they're now looking at each other. It's not a one-sided energy. And I do see gifts being presented here. Someone could be exchanging gifts. Someone's exchanging affection. This could be loving more. In the background, you see music. This looks like a concert or a festival, and it says love more, love more. So I do see someone opening up to affection more. And the Page of Pentacles is all about communicating, right? It's communicating. This is investing in oneself, learning some new skills to be able to bring these skills to the relationship in order to grow and evolve. And I also feel like both of you are able to help each other out, but the outcome is the Knight of Cups. This is growing and evolving in love. And if this is a new person for you, yes, they've gone through stuff, but so have you. And I feel like if someone feels a little bit distant at this time, or maybe you haven't met them, there will be more of a balance as you get to know someone here. It's going to feel very spiritual, very deep. And I feel for you, Virgo, you're not dealing with surface level. You've dealt with surface. That may be why we have the wedding rings, the commitment. And if anything has been surface for you in the past, that's what you're wanting to remove from your life. And I feel like there is an offer coming in. Are you going to accept this offer? Because I'm wondering if this offer here or this energy is what keeps you feeling imprisoned. Is Virgo going to accept this offer that shows up for them? Whoa. Oh, wow. Okay. We got a little story coming in here. First of all, we have a King of Swords in reverse. You may be closed off to the idea. It almost feels like someone has to walk the walk instead of just talking the talk. Because that Knight of Wands, he can be a sweet talker, right? He can be someone who's fun and adventurous and spontaneous, and he can be impulsive. but I feel like you want to make sure that someone isn't just relying on their impulsivities. And so therefore, you may be feeling a little bit headstrong in your beliefs, which I see here, and that's okay. But I do see that the Six of Cups, this is someone that you definitely have a strong either past life connection with, or this is someone that you've dealt with in this lifetime. But there is a strong bond between you and this individual. But Seven of Swords says that there's been lies, there's been dishonesty, there's been misplaced truths is what I'm hearing. Misplaced truths. Because there was dishonesty that stemmed from a desired outcome. That desired outcome was based on selfish tendencies. I feel like someone didn't intentionally want to hurt, right? Do we ever want to intentionally hurt? Sometimes the ego comes up and says, I want that person to suffer like I did. I want that person to feel the pain. But it's not up to us to dish out that karma, right? And the Seven of Swords here is saying someone wants to be honest now. Someone doesn't want to be apart. And I feel like this is, two individuals that there's been a crossing. There's been a crossing and we're no longer connected here. And I feel like there's some shifts happening where you are going to choose, do I stay in this maybe soulmate union, or do I allow myself the opportunity for a higher level of love? And I feel like this higher level of love is attainable here for you. We have, Queen of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Now, I still don't see this person showing up as a king. So there may still be a little bit of work that the divine masculine here in the situation is doing. Or it could be, if you are a masculine watching this, it could be you taking action to creating healthier boundaries for yourself. But ultimately, we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is the card of marriage. It's the card of longevity, long-term growth. Queen of Pentacles needs to find more stability with who she is, because when she's feeling good and in her power, she's stable. She's secure with who she is. She will create a seat at that table and only invite at that table, who deserves a spot, who respects her, who is loyal to her. And I do feel like there is that opportunity for this individual, we'll just call them the other twin, right? To have a seat at the table, or this other soulmate, right? Could be soulmate or twin flame. But I do see long term, there is an awakening here happening within you. And I feel like you're a lot more stable here in the near future than maybe you felt for quite some time. All right, Virgo, let's get a message from the wisdom of the oracle. What do we have for Virgo, please? Wisdom of the oracle. We have mending, card 52. Some of you may be 52 years old. Some of you are mending or repairing a union. All right, mending. This card is all about forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. And the relationship message for you, Virgo, is this. You've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you are to move forward. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. Yeah, because it doesn't look like it's hyper focused on your reading, but actually there may still be a little something that's holding you hostage, holding you prisoner. And it could be some deep-seated energies around forgiveness because you did feel perhaps abandoned or neglected. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. Set yourself free. That's why we have the 8 of Swords showing up here in your energy. Setting yourself free is going to bring you back to a sense of confidence. It's going to bring you back to a sense of feeling in your power, feeling in your strength, feeling that beautiful, incredible Queen of Wands energy that you are displaying and showing up as. Now, I am going to mention here the protection message because some of you are going through a separation or, a heartbreak. And it does say here, heartbreak is a strange healer of souls. Our grief strips away our masks. Wow, where's that Seven of Swords? Seven of Swords typically has a mask. It can be the lies. It can be the deception. It can be the masks that we wear. And it says here, our grief strips away our masks and loosens our tight hold on our separateness. When we view ourselves as I and the world as it, loss allows us to see ourselves as part of a larger scheme. Opening us up to sympathy, empathy, and dependence on others in the moment when we can't hold ourselves together. And it leads us to become one with the greater whole again. Pain and suffering is a part of life, and none of us will be immune to it. Can you view any sort of loss or pain that you've gone through, Virgo, this dissonance as a way back to source? Let your sorrow break your heart wide open. You will never be left behind. You are loved now more than ever by Spirit, who wants you not to feel alone, right? One day you will look back on this and know this as your truth. And I feel like that someday is actually maybe sooner rather than later. But let's get a timing card here. I want to see what's showing up maybe down the road, or if there is a specific date or month that was significant or will be. April. We have April of, this could be 2024, maybe last April there were some shifts, but it could be by this April 2025, so just a few months, right? Or a little more than a few months, but it's going to go by quickly, where that could be when this Ten of Pentacles fully arrives here for you. Because this is your final card. Ten of Pentacles is longevity, long-term growth. I am seeing wedding bells, wedding rings. Maybe this is divorce. Maybe this is commitments, coming into union, partnership. Take it as it resonates. But April is significant here for you. All right. Let's get a message here from your crystal spirits. And at this time, Virgo, I just ask if you can safely do so. Please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big inhale through your nose. Hold it as long as you can. And release through your mouth with a nice big exhale. Big sigh out. And with your eyes still closed, please tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first crystal or gemstone that shows up in your mind's eye. Now this crystal could hold a specific shape, color, or size. This could be a heart shape, maybe emitting hues of pink or blue. Maybe it's colorful or sparkly. This could be a polished stone, tumbled, rutilated, clustered, or even raw. You might even know the name of the crystal in your mind's eye. And if not, just feel the energies that it's emitting. Maybe that of unconditional love, healing, protection, or even a calm, grounding energy. There is no right or wrong, Virgo. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your crystals or crystal. You can have more than one. Drop them in the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into the giveaway, where I draw one winner around the first of the month and post right back here on the channel. All right, so you received two crystals today. You have bronzite, bronzite, which is almost an amber, orangish, brownish color. And bronzite is all about loyalty. It's about trust. And we do see that showing up in your energy here with the Seven of Wands. And then we also have emerald. Emerald. Now, card 13. 13 could be significant. 13 is the death energy, which is scorpionic, right? So 13 could be a lucky number, which it really is. 13 is quite lucky. And some of you could be born on the 13th. Some of you could be born on the 22nd, or you're 52. And this is about steadfastness, self-respect, and trusting that the universe has your back. Even if you have been betrayed in the past, you can heal the sting by extending trust again, as challenging as that may be. Bronzite spirit reminds you that this time, however, you are much wiser and stronger, much more mindful of the signs that signal that you need to step back and nurture yourself. Being true to another is an expression of the beauty of the divine, and you have this capacity. Your loyalty and steadfastness will be rewarded by the universe, perhaps in ways that you don't expect. Be true to yourself, Virgo, knowing that a loving, respectful relationship with yourself lays the groundwork for a loving, respectful relationship with another. That's the mirror. That is the twin flame journey. And I feel like a lot of you are entering into a contract here, or you're in one, but there's still healing to be had. It says here, remember you are always protected when divinely directed. Now, working with bronzite, it can help us assist in discerning what needs to be released in order to heal. So because we have the mending card, this can be really beautiful when it comes to transforming or even transmuting the energies, hence the death, right? This can be liberating yourself. It can be rising up to meet your phoenix within. And it can also be a stone of strength, lending support as we allow what no longer serves us to fall away. So that is bronzite spirit. For those of you that need a little extra boost, bronzite can help you immensely. And lastly here we have card 22, emerald. And emerald is all about giving and receiving. And we see that showing up with the Six of Pentacles. We see the gift. We see the reciprocity between two individuals. We see a coming back together instead of someone running, instead of someone chasing and it being a game of cat and mouse. This is someone stopping for a moment, working on the issues that cause one to run, that cause one to chase, and say, hold up, wait a minute, I need to take this pause, reflect, go inward, work on some of this stuff, and then I'm able to attract that energy of that which I am, a healed version of myself. And the emerald reminds us to open your heart to friendship. We talk about this, Virgo. Friendship is the groundwork. This is about embracing unity because love is meant to flow through you from within and without, cleansing your energy field so that you can feel your soul's worth and know that you are always loved. And if love doesn't feel like it's coming to you right now in the form that you prefer, don't overlook love's presence. Loving your neighbor means starting at home with the self. Now is the time to set aside the obstacles that block you from receiving, experiencing, and expressing love, and simply be the love that you want to see in the world, right? We hear that all the time. I say that a lot here on the channel. Be that change you wish to see, right? Be that change. Be loving. Do what you need to do to create that environment for yourself. There's nothing that you cannot bring about in your reality if you set your mind to it. It says here, trust that when you open to love, loving partnerships are possible to help you heal the old wounds. Now, emerald is a heart healing stone. It really is. It's a powerful green energy. It just carries that energy of universal love. When you meditate with emerald, it opens the heart and soothes it, allowing a release of blockages brought about by painful emotions. It teaches love and compassion and asks that we carry these qualities out into the world to be shared with others. So, Virgo, emerald is calling out to you, as well as bronzite. Last but not least, let's get a final message from your guides, your ancestors, your loved ones in spirit. What do we need to know? I'm getting 2. Okay. Oh my gosh. You guys can't make that up. You have the mirror again. There's definitely a mirror showing up here. We're going to just take a quick peek at the mirror once again, mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, and inner wounds. And it says here, everyone is a reflection of what you believe about yourself. What you see in another is also within you. This is a call to deepen the connection within. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest, Virgo? And then lastly, you have sacred soul journey. You are exactly where you are meant to be. The next best step will unfold to you. You are not meant to know all of the answers right now. And we struggle with that. We want to know the answers, right? If you didn't, you wouldn't be here watching tarot. You wouldn't be trying to connect and tune into your intuition. Like, what is best for me? I don't want to misstep. I don't want to choose wrongly. I want there to be, reciprocity. I want there to be healing and health and abundance. Someday you'll look back and everything will make sense. But sometimes when you're going through that transformation, that is that connection that brings you back to self. Sometimes it's through that pain, like we read earlier. Sometimes it's through that pain that breaks you wide open to be able to come back home to self. Isn't it true that in our darkest hours, that's when we pray, right? That's when we ask for help. That's when we truly open up to our higher power. It doesn't have to just be during those darkest hours. We are constantly in connection to the divine, to our higher selves, to that spark, because we are the divine. We are the higher self. We are the spark. It's not separate. And for those of you that struggle with that abandonment piece, do check out Leo's reading. Even if you're not a Leo or have those placements, you might find something very helpful in that reading. Sacred soul contract here, mirroring. I definitely see a favorable outcome for you as long as you trust in your path. Keep doing what you're doing. Even if it feels like a struggle at times, you're doing it. I believe in you. I love you all. Thank you so much, Virgo, for tuning in today. I hope this was helpful. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe. Do drop your crystals in the comment section below. Till next time.